Good morning. This is Rajsekhar on the management tips. Today I want to talk about Indian punctuality. I know many of you must have heard about Indian punctuality, but there is no Indian punctuality word in the dictionary. There is a punctuality, some are punctual, some are not punctual. But what is this Indian punctuality? People who have observed many of us not being punctual, they asked some of us why we are not punctual. So some of us replied that, sir, I may come at 10 o'clock, but other people may not come at 10 o'clock. So, that's why we cannot start the meeting at 10 o'clock. So after some time, anyway, the meeting is not started at 10 o'clock. I also started coming at 10:15. Now, the same way, even the offices also, the office are supposed to be opening at 10 o'clock. Some come at 10, some come at 10:15, and some come at 10:30. And then there is a saying in saying the government offices, people come up to 11 o'clock, and then within 11:15 they'll go for chai, and again 1 o'clock they'll close down for lunch. So 2 o'clock they start leaving the office. By 3 or 4, everybody in the office will leave the office. Now, what I'm talking about is not that all offices are like this. Not all officers or employees are not punctual, but the acronym of Indian punctuality has stuck to us. Now, probably most of them are having a problem in reaching the office because of public transport failure, or maybe many of them don't have their own transport, or maybe traffic jams are there. There can be several one reasons. But if traffic takes about 1 hour for my from home to office, I should start 1 hour before, isn't it? So I can't say I'll start anytime I want and then blame the traffic for it. Suppose if I don't have car, when I take the bus, public transport, automatically I have to spend a little bit more time. So all these things keeping aside, so what I want to talk about today is how do you correct this situation? So there's no hard and fast rule, or there is no magic wand, but I will tell you three incidents. And one incident where Prime Minister of this country was supposed to open a super specialty hospital, and he was late by 20 minutes, and Baba has inaugurated it, and Prime Minister who came late had to apologize. So what is the lesson? Nothing waits for even highest official. Okay, so there are people in India who are punctual. Time and tide waits for no one. The second example I want to tell you, when I was president for Telugu Kada Samiti in Bahrain, everybody used to come 15 minutes to 1 hour late. 7 o'clock is the function. People come at 7, 7:15, 7:30, 8, up to 8 they used to come. So what I did was, I started a new system where in 6:30 we open dinner counter. So the dinner closes by 7 o'clock. So whoever wants to come before 7, they will have dinner, and other people have to just join in for the meeting. Even if they don't come, it's okay. Normally, in India, most of the times what we do, we keep the dinner after the meeting. But whereas Americans, they start with the dinner. So I followed that way. So slowly people with children and ladies and who are all, come early, they used to come and then have their dinner. So by 7:15, we used to close the dinner counter. Though instead of 7 o'clock, we used to start the meeting at 7:15. I knew that beginning itself, the meeting will start with 7:15. So, and we used to get a good attendance, and also the punctuality improved. And slowly everybody started coming. And this is a second example I want. The third one I want to share with you. In fact, that is the reason why I have started, this small bullet or speech. Yesterday, somebody asked me to attend their republic function and give them a speech. So I asked them, when is the flag hoisting? Is it 9 o'clock? I said, 9 means I will be at 9. So will you be there at 9? Then he corrected himself. He said, sir, 9:15 is better. And I said, I have got another flag hoisting at 9 o'clock in our colony. I'll attend that, and then 9:05 I'll start there, and 9:10 I'll reach there. But 9:15, are you sure you are going to start? The gentleman said, sir, people may not come. I said, you keep a place or keep a time. The meeting at that point, it should start. Whoever comes. He said, sir, that is the case, 9:30 will start. I said, 9:30, if you and me are alone, still you should start it. He agreed. So I promised him that I'll reach there 9:15, and then flag hoisting will be 9:30. The meeting, everybody is told 9, and then start 9:30. So what happens? Tomorrow, next time, when you say meeting is 9, they know that it will start at 9:30, and then the target is 9:30. So when you say something, you have to start at that point. Otherwise, you should not start. So when you say 9 o'clock, you want to do flag hoisting, you have to do at 9 o'clock flag hoisting. Now, why I am sharing this one is, there are two problems I mentioned in my book, Successful Management Styles of India, for which I did not give any solutions. What are the two? Number one, Indian punctuality. Number two, or I said time management. Number two, traffic chaos. So, unless we improve the traffic and the punctuality, India can be third largest economy, but will never become number one. And discipline is very important. So I don't care whether we start the meeting at 10 or 9:30, but when you say 9:30, you should start at 9:30. So this is what I wanted to share. I know many of the people, they say, no, we are very punctual, they say. And many more will say, what is so good about the punctuality, and trains don't come on right time and flights don't come on time. What happens. But I will tell you one incident which I mentioned in my book also. There was one general manager in my company. Now I can tell because the gentleman is no more, and it was HPCL refinery, and he was a very hard-working person and very honest, and he used to come the first person to reach the refinery and last person to leave the refinery in the evening, and he had an interview for the director's post. So the evening he didn't want to leave the flight to the Delhi. So he came in the evening and then worked for the refinery. Next day morning, he came to the office refinery, looked at it at 6:30. Then he went to airport. Then the flight was delayed, and then the board, PSB board, public sector board, they said, how come you are late for the interview? I said, flight is late. They asked, why didn't you come yesterday night? He said, I was there in the plant yesterday and today, so I'm doing my job. He said, good, you're doing good job. You continue to be general manager, but you cannot be director. I'm sorry whether this gentleman's name I can't disclose, but whether it is he was a director and then he was denied chairman's post, or general manager and denied the director post, one of them. What I'm telling is, even if you have an excuse, but some people may not accept the excuse. So when, as they said, time and tide waits for nobody. When God wants to take us away, He won't wait for second or this thing. So Indian punctuality won't work with Indians when we leave this planet. The same thing is with birth also. The birth and death will be as per God's decision. At the same time, not even 1 second or 1 minute delayed. So if we have respect for God and if we are atheists, also we should believe in the time, because time is very important. And if you are a theist, then you should all the more believe in the time. You should follow. So I hope we Indians will improve on the time management. Uh, Sorry if I hurt anybody's feeling, but because I feel as Indians, we earned a name called Indian punctuality, and we are all responsible for it, including me. And signing off, Rajsekar Polapragada. So if I have to give a name for this, I call it time management. Signing off. Bye.